Hello everybody, my name is Manbear Pope and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. Now what I want to do with this video is essentially just a tutorial in case you're somebody who's new to the game and just starting off and just trying to find out what the game's about. And you've never picked it up before, never played it. Hopefully you can watch this and at least get a little bit of an idea of what we're going to be doing. Now, when you first spawn in, you're typically going to spawn in near a road. Actually, there's a building over there, which is really nice. But you're going to spawn in near a road, usually in the wilderness. There won't be much immediately around you, which is okay. And you're going to have a bit in your inventory. You're going to have this land claim block. You're going to have food, water, first aid supplies, a torch, and this note. And this note basically just says, hey, we found you, you were almost dead. Be careful and come and find us. So we're going to have a few objectives. And your objectives are going to be over here in the top right hand corner. So basically first one is craft a bedroll. Now I'm going to search this just to see what's in here first. But in order to craft a bedroll, we need some plant fibers. So, much like Minecraft, you're going to have to punch things, except as opposed to trees, you're going to punch grass. Once you have enough, you can hit tab, go into your crafting menu here, and make a bedroll. Well, that's crafting. I'll grab a bit more. You can punch these kind of stick-looking bushes to get a little bit of wood. Pick up these rocks here to get some stone, because we're going to need that. Put that down. Then I always pick it up and carry it with me. I don't typically leave it just lying on the ground. And I'm going to go and get some... There's a backpack here. Search that. Punch some of these sticks, get some more wood, search this bird's nest because I am going to need feathers for arrows. That's part of the original quest that you get in the beginning of the game. And now we're going to find another stone. See if we can find one lying around here somewhere. Run across the road, see if we could find one. Usually it's not this difficult. There should just be one lying around. Let's see. There's one. So now we got two. So now you can go back in your crafting roll, and all your objective items that you have to create are going to have this kind of yellow exclamation point there. So we're going to make this stone axe, and this is your most basic tool slash weapon. I don't use it to attack zombies unless it's the only thing I've got. I'd rather use my fists, to be honest with you, but that is the world's most basic tool. It's the first thing you're going to have in the game when you spawn in. So now it has you make some clothes. So you can make some pants, make a shirt, and you can search for plant fiber clothing, because usually I like to make gloves and a hood as well. We could wear that, selecting it and hitting W. And that way we've got our items on us at the moment. And come in here and come up to this character menu here, and you can see we're actually wearing stuff. And actually we should get a bit more so we can have something on our feet. And we have to make a wooden club, which is your first most basic weapon. Just get a wooden club, drag it down to your hotbar. Now you have a weapon to defend yourselves from zombies with. Let's see, plant fiber shoes. There we go. Let's make those and put them on. And there we are. Now we are covered head to toe. We need some more small stones, so let's see if we can find those. Oops. I didn't mean to punch that bird's nest. See if we can find some stones. And usually in your starting area, you're not going to come across many zombies, so it's going to be pretty safe to mill around, run about. You shouldn't have to worry about running into any enemies. Oh, there's a desert biome there. That's good. Got a water source here. Desert biome there. We're in a temperate biome at the moment, which is a good place to be. Lockpicks, and that was a brass doorknob, which we could scrap. So typically there's going to be a number of items in the game that you're going to find that you're going to want to scrap. Usually you can just go into your inventory, select the item, and hit S to scrap it, and that will get you, I think it's 75% of the total. Oh, that's a chicken. I was like, what is in that water over there? But 75% of the total amount of resources that item can possibly give you if you scrap it by hand. If you scrap it in a furnace, it's going to be, I think, the full 100%. So weapon flashlight mod schematic, that's good. Now, early on, you don't really need seeds, but I will take one, and I'll take this. There's a rock there. So now it's going to have us come in here, craft a bow and an arrow. We don't have any more stones, so we can't craft any more arrows, but that's all right. Now it wants us to make a wood frame. Wood frames are your most basic level building block, so they're pretty easy to make. They don't cost a ton, and then just as you place one and upgrade it, you can upgrade it with the stone axe by clicking on it 3 times. That's a right mouse click, not a left mouse click, because I've done that. And once that's done, you're going to be all good to go. So that's basically how you would build a base. You could string a bunch of these together. You can make cutouts, you can make windows, doors, things of that nature. Now it wants me to build a campfire, and of course I need to find more stones. And there's a stone here. There's another stone up there. Let's see. There's a zombie over there. We'll deal with her in a second. And then one more. Actually, we have this rock here which we can hit. And there we go. That's going to give us plenty of stones. So let's get some more just so we have some extras. Okay. Now we can come in here and craft a campfire. And let's grab a bit more stone because it never hurts to have a bunch on you. There we go. And good, we're making progress toward that town. Let's do a bit of organizing here. So, just as you plop it down there, now it wants you to locate the trader. So basically, you're going to get this little pop-up here that says, hey, you did a great job with your initial quests. Go and find the trader. Now, the trader is going to be revealed on your map. So you can come into your map by hitting M, scrolling out, and that's where the trader is, which is good because we are walking towards them. It seems like in Alpha 19 they have updated the game so that the trader is in or near a town. It used to be that the trader was sometimes just out in the middle of nowhere, so it was a real pain to go visit them. But now we've got the trader unlocked, and that is going to give us some skill points. So you can come into your menu by hitting tab and then clicking on skills. We've got 4 skill points available. I usually go Sexual Tyrannosaurus, Pack Mule, and let's see what else. Pummel Pete is a good one to put one in if you want. You can also put one into Advanced Engineering because that is going to unlock the Forge. And if you want to get started on going the bicycle route, you can put one into Intellect and go that route. I, however, am going to put one into Pummel Pete so that I can now craft level 2 quality clubs. So I'm going to come in here, click on club, and I can now make a level 2 club. It means I'm going to retire my level 1 club, place it, oh, that's a spear. Make a club. Place it with my club, and now we have a level 2 club. Oh, a treasure map. Alright. So there's piles of garbage all around that you're going to want to find and search through, and the way they changed level progression, or really game progression in Alpha 19, is that you don't find loot that's as good as what you used to find anymore. So basically you're going to find a lot of stone tools, stone weapons right off the bat. And really that's going to be until you are at a later game stage and you start finding more iron tools and iron weapons, and then eventually firearms, and yes, I'm not done talking yet, shush. And eventually steel weapons, steel firearms, and eventually gas-powered items like chainsaws. And now since this guy has found us, it seems to be locked onto us, let's do a little bit of a combat tutorial. So zombies are basically going to just come towards you, and with Alpha 19, their heads are always going to be facing you. So you can see no matter which way I zig or zag, he's going to be staring straight into my eyes. So now, with most weapons, make sure there's nobody sneaking up behind me here. With most weapons, you have 2 choices of attack. You have a very simple attack. Oh, there's a tourist zombie over there who just jumped. That was funny. But you have a very simple attack that I just did there that doesn't do very much damage, but it doesn't use a ton of stamina. Then there's a power attack. Ow! And that power attack does a lot more damage, and with a club or a sledgehammer, it can go back and knock the zombies down, and that is very, very useful. So now that we've done that, we've got some of the basics covered. Let's see if we can get a bit more resources and see if we can find a house to go into here. Let's do this. Take another stone. I'm just going to get a bit more wood just so I've got it. Ought to be fine. So that house is all burned there. That's not going to be, probably not going to be too great. Let's go in this one here. So usually close to your starting point, your spawn point is essentially going to be a starter POI. Usually it's a house, sometimes a smaller house, doesn't have a ton of zombies in it. Okay, it's one of these. Alright. So, there's a few different ways that these houses are set up in this game. Some of them are just, go in the front door and walk around and loot everything until your heart's content. Some of them have a specific way for you to go in. In this case, this one wants us to go in the basement here, and we're going to need a shovel. So, again, going to go into my inventory or crafting menu with tab and make a stone shovel. And the reason for this is I'm going to get that cobblestone and cement that I'm looking at right now. So, this is set up to be more of a dungeon style POI. So this is basically going to be, we're going to go in here and chances are all the good loot is going to be up top. Probably in the attic. So we're going to come down here and see if there's any zombies around. And I don't immediately see any, which is good. So let's get this. Even though the cement isn't important at the moment, this cobblestone we could use later on to reinforce wood so that it goes from I think like 300 hit points to 1500. So if you're trying to either build your own base or build a wall or build something to keep zombies out, that's very, very good to use to upgrade, especially early game. Now this here, see how this little piece here is a little cockeyed, it's not quite straight. It's also wood, and it's only got 100 hit points. And if you hit it, usually there's something behind it. In this case, we got food. Now at the moment, I don't need food or water, because my blue bar, which is my hydration bar, is full, and my green bar, which is my food bar, is also full. So I don't need either one, but it's always good to have. And let's bust open this crate. Usually these type of crates have like a toilet in them, or a box, or something else. Okay, let's break that there. And got a level 2 stone axe, a headlight, and a wiring tool. Now some of this stuff is not going to be useful to us right now. Like this wiring tool and this headlight, I could leave that. Early game, you're not going to use that. And shotgun shells and lead. Again, shotgun shells not going to help us at the moment. Now, sometimes when you go into different rooms, you're going to see these little bit of debris here. There's cups and papers and things. So, if you want to play sneaky, you can hit that and then sneak by hitting crouch. Control. That's going to put you into sneak mode, and you can go in here and hopefully not wake up any zombies. Let's see. And see, I'm right in front of this dude and he's still asleep, so we can get him there. And had I been able to actually sneak straight up to him without him waking up, he would have taken some sneak damage from me attacking him. And there's a zombie somewhere that I'm hearing. So you know what? Let's wear these. Let's scrap these. Let's see. Oops. See if we can get this. I woke another zombie up in the building somewhere. I don't know where that is, but it's somewhere. Now, this house, this is a pretty big house. Oh, hi, there's two of them. Hey. Okay. Alright, you did get put down. Now, this is a pretty big house. So, this probably isn't going to be one of those houses that you necessarily want to start off with. Just raiding. I woke up a lot of somebody's. Let's see, where am I now? I'm in the garage. Oh, there's a working furnace. Oh, that's perfect. That's phenomenal. Oh, hey, where'd you come in from? There's nobody there. And you are dead, okay. This zombie, a lot of people have been saying this zombie looks like Lois Griffin, which I think is endlessly funny, so. But you're going to want to watch your back, because stuff like that can happen. Sometimes you'll get zombies that either will drop in the room behind you and sneak up on you. So this is a good thing here. So I'm going to mark this on the map. Just a little house and say forge. Now that's on the map, because this forge is going to take us a while to actually make. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not actually going to loot this entire house. I'm just kind of going to loot some of it, just so we can get a basic kind of resource base going. Oh, that was my fault. I should have shut this door. Oh, I almost stepped on that. So that right there is a landmine. Sometimes you're going to see different pots on the ground, or little kind of discs. If you see those, you can blow them up with a bow and arrow or a gun. But it's best that you avoid them. And I'm going to loot this kitchen. Take this, because this will give me a couple pieces of wood. Not that I need it, but it's better than nothing. And let's see if we can find, we found 2 pots. That's perfect. And let's wear those. So these cooking pots are going to allow you to make different things in a campfire. Some of them are going to, you can make food, you can make glue. Glue you can turn into duct tape. So there's a bit of a progression that you're going to need. And let's see, let me just loot these. Yeah, so there's nothing really in here. Oh, this guy sleeping on the floor. Take him out. And I always break apart these couches because they'll give you a bit of wood and some cloth. And with cloth, you can make bandages. Well, somebody's beating on something. I don't know what that is. But that's alright. So let's go up here then and see where our see if there's somebody beating on something here. So whenever you're in a dungeon style POI, you're going to come across lights. Those lights are going to tell you which way to actually go. So in this case, they want us to come out here. And anytime you're on a rooftop, watch out for birds. Like this guy here. Because birds are downright awful. They are annoying, and with Alpha 19 they are more aggressive. So let's see here. Let me actually eat something so it'll clear a space of inventory here. Let me eat this, and I'm going to go in and make a bone knife. And then I'm going to put that on my toolbar and see if we can harvest that other bird with it. There we go. And waking somebody up here. Let's make sure there's nobody coming at us from behind. Now breaking these birds up is only going to give you rotten flesh, feathers, and bones. So it's not going to get you a whole heck of a lot. But you're going to need that stuff later on for a few different things. Let's see if we can get in here. Yeah, this is a safer way to go, rather than trying to make that jump. I mean, I could put a frame here and then go in there, but I'm just going to break this open. This is easier. This is the safer play. Actually, no, it is not the safer play, because That's right where I was. Let's break this bed too, just to get a little bit more resources here. Okay. Now let's go in here, and that right there, see how that panel's a little crooked? That's also a plug. So let's go in here, shut that behind us, just in case a zombie busts through the wall there. Let's see what's in there. Ah, okay. Ammo pile. Bathtub here. Break that mirror just in case. Now I'm taking pretty much everything, even though I don't have to. There's going to be somebody there. Yeah, there's always somebody hiding in those closets there. That was funny. He tried to jump out. Oh, we woke somebody else up. Doing a whole lot of waking people up. Okay, there's the attic, so let's jump up there. Let's jump up there and not fall down, shall we? Bit of food here. Some more cobblestone here. And let's go in here. And there's going to be somebody here. Let's help her out. Oh, hey. So, some of these zombies got a bit of reach on them. Nothing there. Oh! Wow, he clocked me right upside my head. So, as you can see, I am now infected. So I'm on my way to becoming one of these zombies. Good news is I have honey on me. Honey will cure an infection by 5%. So I can take that and my infection rate's going to steadily go down. Which is fantastic. So now, oops. Oh, got a crawler here. There we go. And let's shut the door. So this is the main loot room. Pretty much every building you go into is going to have one of these. It's going to have usually a couple crates in it. Sometimes it's going to have a really big crate in it, like, oh, this one actually doesn't have one, or a chest in it. But it's going to have some good stuff. So you always want to try to push for the main loot. And as you kind of play the game more, you'll start to realize different POIs of the main loot in different places, and you can kind of sneakily get up to it if you know what you're doing. Let's see, I'm going to get rid of that and take the old sandwiches there. Take the medical supplies. Oh, I can't. Of course not. Get rid of the goldenrod seed, and I'll take that. And this is a safe. Now, I can't get into it with the tools that I've got. The safe's got 2,500 hit points. But I do have 3 lockpicks. So if I look at the safe, hold down E, go to my lockpick, and release, tries to use it. Pretty much starts down a 15-second timer. Oh, not really timer, just 15 seconds. Say, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can get in. And if we can't, that's going to be real interesting. And we got in with the first try. That's pretty rare. Awesome. So we got a couple of blunderbusses here, which is pretty fantastic. Let's take that. And if you have a container open and you hit R, it'll take everything that's in it and it'll put it into the corresponding slots that you already have. Or if you have free space, it'll just take everything. So let's see here. I'm going to get rid of this one lid because I don't need it, and I'm going to put that there. I'm also going to get rid of let's see, get rid of that. Now I'm going to load both these blunderbusses because this is going to be good to have. These are basically your first tier weapons now. So these are some of the first guns that you really get. So it's good to have them. And I'm going to go back down here. And it is getting late. It is hour 15, so there's a zombie somewhere snarling at something. He sounds like he's outside. There he is. It's Cowboy. Hey, come on. There's a zombie somewhere too. Sounds like he's real close by. Let me see if we can go out this way. I like to kind of make my own doors and everything. Oh, and this needs repairs. So if you have an item that needs to be repaired, you can click on it and just hit A, or you can click repair, and it's going to use materials or a repair kit to fix itself, and now it's back up to full health. So I'm going to come out here. And actually, I'm going to run over here. This little shed, little garage, might not be a bad place to hold up for tonight. We got a door we can shut. We got opening here we kind of got to close off, but that's okay. We can do that. Put our bedroll down. Let's put our torch down. See if we can make a few frames here. Say 10 of them. That's more than we needed, but let's upgrade our frames here. And let's make a door. And let's upgrade our door, and let's bring it to iron just because we have iron. And there's a zombie in here that isn't happy about it, but the reason I'm doing this is because it's getting late now, and we need to be inside, away from zombies. And this place isn't obviously in the best of shape. There's a lot going on here. We got to fix, we got to correct all this stuff if we were going to make this a home. For any sort of like long-term base, but we don't really have to do that. I think just upgrading a few of these frames here and there is going to be okay, and then we'll be good to go. But I'm going to leave this episode here. This is basically just your first day, jump in the game, do a bit of looting, do your initial quests, and survive. So I'm going to leave this here, and thanks for anybody who watches.